Welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, is the connoisseur of controversy, Bethany McChesney.
Well, I am not.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're gonna be. First off, you were missed.
Thank you. Yeah, we did. We watched all of the elite races, so as much as we could, anyways.
Okay, you know what? Let's start there. It would make sense to go through the results, but fuck that. Let's start there. So
Yeah.
you watched. How was? I have not watched any of the stream, and I've heard many things, but I'm
hmm
your take. What did you think of the stream?
Um, I did find the live stream pretty frustrating.
Mm,
Um, I sometimes I think it was when you, it's almost like they're overcomplicating some things with so many different angles and so many different screens and sometimes it was shooting to weird things that weren't in the race or not the leaders, which isn't always a bad thing, but
and
there was a
sometimes that can
lot.
be a camera went down and they're just giving
Yeah,
what they
there's
got,
a
you know?
ton of glitching though, like so much freezing, and I think some of that was just having too many cameras going on one signal. Sometimes I feel like it's almost you see more when you have a person running around with a cell phone. Um, but yeah, I did find the live stream a little bit frustrating. I I think sometimes more is not always better.
Yeah.
And I think what Jason Dupree is doing though is fantastic and we need it and it's so appreciated that we have that. I think maybe just simplify it a little bit. Two people, one doing the running. There must have been a ton of cameras because there was a lot of
Camera.
different angles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
A lot of still cameras put in spots. And obviously the further it went along, I imagine that the more, because you're getting a smaller and smaller course as the weekend goes, that
yeah.
the more angles you'd get.
Yeah. It was cool though to actually see the running portions because
hmm,
that was always kind of what I felt like with the fit is it was like you'd see me pop into a station and then pop out and there'd be like nothing really of the running.
hmm.
It was nice that there was more of the whole race and not just of the stations with that. But yeah, it was a little bit frustrating and a ton of glitching from what we were watching. But
Okay. What about the commentary?
I think when you're picking someone to commentate on a world championship, it would be helpful if someone was a Deka athlete and knew more of the racers and a little bit about them. So there was a bit of a lack of understanding of the sport, the rules, the people. So there was a lot of like the girl in this color shorts, the guy in, and yeah, which or maybe they could have done a little bit more research and you might not have to know everybody personally, but a bit more research on some of the people.
I think, and I haven't listened yet, but I'm going to assume that like Kayla, obviously she was on there. She knows what's going on.
It was great when it was the two of them because Kayla could kind of answer some of the questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was green to
Yeah.
Decca.
And I did meet her, lovely person, like
Oh,
fantastic person.
she seemed very, and to be able to talk for 3 days straight
Yeah.
is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Had a great, like, lovely person, very energetic, like right personality. Just,
Yeah.
I think she was maybe put in a position where it would be very difficult to succeed. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean that's rough. But again, I haven't listened yet. Um, it
And I
I
don't want to be too overly critical about it
no.
because, they could have asked a lot of people and who did know the sport and they were like, no, I really don't want to do it. And so they were like, please, will you just, she was
Yeah.
like, okay, but I don't really know the sport. Like, I don't know. She could have
I
been
would
thrown into it.
I would think you probably hit the nail on the head with that.
hmm
That's probably exactly it. And I know their go-to Luke Halterman. He was working that week, like the weekend. He was
Yeah.
at the event competing and working. So
Mhm.
he couldn't do it normal, which normally he does.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is what it is. I know him and I both talk because we've done it together. We've commentated separately. By the way, we've always said we do it much better separately because we kind of do the same thing,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So we've
There's
always
like
been
the
like,
stats people and then there's
yeah,
the person
yeah.
people and
Yeah,
yeah, the
and he and I,
play-by-play people.
yeah, he and I are the same thing, right? So it's like
Yeah.
we need the other thing to go with
Yeah.
it. So anyway, but yeah, so I mean, and take it what it is. And I don't like putting this kind of thing because I'm not gonna ever, I'm not gonna defend Deca money wise, but I will defend Jason because he's doing this on his own on a shoestring
Yeah.
budget and is doing amazing stuff for what, for dollar value, dude's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I agree. And I do think that what he does is a really difficult job and he does it to help the sport. So,
yeah, absolutely. Okay, now we can do the podium thingy.
mhm.
All right. You want to do? I'll do the share screen, or you want to just read them?
Um, I mean, we can just read them. We want to start with the fit, go Friday to Sunday.
All right, you do the solos. I'll do the teams.
Okay. So the Deca Fit solo, so starting with the women, we had Brooklyn Nichols in 33 flat, so her first win of the weekend. Catherine Fossbender 33-31, and Katie Duke 33-53. This was a really good race, really close. And then on the men's side, we had Grayson Kilgore 29-32, Isaac Sanderson 30-13, Ryan Kent 30-35. Also a race where it could have gone. I mean, a lot of people said it was those three names, just in what order we you
Yeah,
couldn't be sure, and you really couldn't be sure until closer to the end. So,
it was really good to see Kent back out there.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So all right. You want me to hit the teams for the fit?
Okay.
Okay, teams for the fit. Whoop. Leave it to me to hit a button at the wrong time. All right. Co-ed teams, Katie Duke, Grayson Kilgore in first place. In second place, Lauren Griffith and Kevin Gregory. And in third place from Spain, oh, figures. Here I go. I'm going to give it my best. Munsta Curio Bullocks-Dara.
All right.
Her partner, Alfonso Durias.
Hmm.
Um, but when I say Spain, I mean, I'm not taking a dig at Spain being in there. I'm taking a dig at me not being able to say the names. Um, in the female elite, Noella Perez Tour, Tiana Tees. Again, Tiana's been at this for a while, so she had a very good weekend and she was very excited. She lives and breathes this stuff.
Yeah.
In second place, Nadia Fedorova and Zoe O'Meara out of Australia. So we had a first team Spain, Luxembourg, second team Australia, and the third place team Raquel Bosch Jemez and Munsta Curio again Spain.
Hmm.
The men's elite, and these guys just threw down Aitor, Lizarro, and Pau Nacenta. They were so fast.
Hmm.
They were unworldly fast. They were just on another level. Followed by the Walkingtons, Cole and John, and then Connor Bell and Kevin Gregory. Our Canadian manages to get in there
Yeah.
for the teams in the fit. So we had two Canadians in fit, right? We had Isaac got a podium, and we had
Yeah.
Connor, right? All right. You get the mile individuals.
Okay. The mile. So, Brooklyn Nichols took the mile also, 1932. She dominated the Deca mile. She almost had her burpees done before. And this was a shakeup here. We had Tanya Tees coming in second, and I think she overtook Katie Duke in the tank and Catherine Fassbender. So Katie Duke was third, only 4/100ths of a second
Hmm.
behind Tanya. So there was a burpee off. Katie was really pushing to try to catch her, and they both basically crossed the line at the same time. And then Catherine Fassbender was fourth. So the four of those girls, it was a really tight race. Oh, actually, Catherine and Janelle ended up in a burpee off, and they were only 1 second.
Yeah.
So it was quite an intense one there
The miles,
after first place.
miles always, yeah, yeah. The mile's always a killer race. It's always fun. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. Tiana, she made the pass on the tank. She had a really good tank. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, so
Did you find, was there discrepancies with the tanks? Like, could you get a good one?
I mean, obviously, I only pushed three on the weekend, and it was in three different races. So I mean, the three I pushed felt pretty similar.
Because I know when I watched this one,
Yeah,
Catherine's tank was not moving, and she is a strong girl.
yeah, and I will say I was judging in a ruck race, Terra Pipia, and her tank seemed like it was welded to the floor.
Yeah.
Like, so was there a discrepancy? Honestly, I I wouldn't say no. Like I would I think if I was in some of their shoes, I would have believed there was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this was the first one where when I saw Catherine hit that tank and it was not moving, I was like, oh no, there's some bad tanks in there. And she got one. And she was pretty close to Brooklyn at that point. So that was a
Yeah.
bit of a deciding factor, which sucks.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It definitely could be.
Mhm. Yeah. On the elites, men's side, we have Grayson Kilgore with the second win of the weekend over Ryan Kent in second and Cole Walkington in third.
Yeah, again, another great race and three great guys. Just awesome to see.
Yeah.
All right. Teams for co-ed. First place, we got Kayla Cittadano and Kevin Gregory. Um, and this was again, this we knew this was going to be a good race too. Katie Duke and Grayson Kilgore in second, and then Kat Fassbender and AJ Golick in third. I mean, it was just again good racing. It wasn't down to the wire, but still like, within it was at 15-13, 15-30, 15-57. So all pretty good, but good race on the co-ed side. Female elite, Chelsea Grant, Amber Tate getting a couple more Canadians on the podium there in first. Then Taylor Phoebus and Jenna Littman from the States in second. And that was, again, a pretty close race up until the end. And in third, Noela Perez Tier and Tanya Tees, the Spanish Luxembourg combo there for third place. And in the men elite, and we might as well deal with the controversy on this one. So in first place, Kevin Gregory and Samuel Rowe. Second place, the Walkingtons, Alan Cole. And in third place, Kurt Peterson and Stephen Strasser. So this is the race where, and did you
Yes, this one.
get this one? So,
Where someone's partner seemed to disappear for a little bit.
okay. So in reality, and that's the thing here right now. So a lot of people, first, let's start with obviously they crossed the finish line first.
The Walkingtons.
No, no, Steven Strausser and Kurt.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
they crossed first. Now, then they received a 20-second penalty. The 20-second penalty was because they left the assault bike. The partner tagged early and ran off. His partner wasn't quite done. Literally, he had zero point 0.4 of a calorie left, but he tagged early and went off. And the judge tried his damnedest to stop him and could not, and that ended up costing him a 20-second penalty. It's straight out of the black. It's black and white in the rule book. It's right there. There's nothing we could do. Um, the other things that happened with this that had other people confused first off, and on the live stream, and I've seen clips, the commentators were saying he's running without the baton. He's running without the baton.
You could see his baton in his
He had
shorts.
that thing stuffed in his shorts the whole race.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he had that stuffed in his shorts the whole race. So he had the baton all the time.
Hmm.
Right. The other part that was the controversy, and I understand why this was difficult to envision and understand for people, especially in the moment. When the one partner, Kurt, finished the bike, all right, there was definitely confusion at that time because they were assessed to get the penalty, letting him know. Originally trying to get the other runner back. I mean, Steven's fast as fuck, so he's running like madman. So, but Steven actually beat the judge and Kurt and myself to the dead ball overs. But he started doing, and he counted his own reps, and he counted perfectly. So he was clean. But people were screaming at him, "Your partner's not there. You can't go." Cole beside him, the same thing was like his partner's not there, right? All that. Now, I understand why this is a little confusing, but his partner didn't need to be there. because Stephen, who left, had run off from the bike with the baton,
Uh-huh.
ran into the dead balls and started doing the dead balls, right?
So because there was no exchange that happened.
That's right. There was no exchange. So his partner then, once we got there, went by and bypassed, went right to the tank, which is just like if you and I, we run our strong, you start the lunges, I walk right past you and go right to the rower,
Yeah.
right? And
So
after,
did he run
yes,
dead ball run?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he ran, dead ball ran, made the tag on the tank. Very
Mm.
unusual strategy,
Yeah.
but for that team, very good strategy.
So
Unfortunately,
they had an obvious strong guy and a fast guy.
oh, they were totally the turbo in the tank.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were you and I. They did like you and I did.
Yeah.
Very similar
Yeah.
strategy. So it was a good strategy. It really was good for them. So people were confused by it and didn't understand, but it was completely legal.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So then afterwards, yeah, the only reason they did not win was because of that leaving that bike early, or they would have had it,
So,
which is really disappointing.
okay. So they're listed as third. Their time still says 14:48, which would have put them in first.
Yeah, so you have to, it's just stupid computer system. If you
You have
click
to
on it,
add it
yeah,
in your
if
own
you click
head.
on it, you see there's a penalty. Anyway, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah,
Man,
that's,
that sucks because they would have won.
yes, they would have. Like, I mean, 0.4 seconds, how long does that take?
Nothing.
No, especially for a monster like that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and and that's the sad part of it. And I mean, so people are like, well, why can't you just calculate and do all that? And I'm like, because it's that particular thing is black and white in the blue rule book. Had he ran off and the judge not said anything or gave him the go sign, nothing would happen because that's a judge error, right? That's not their fault.
Yeah.
But they took off before getting the signal to go, before the calories were done, and the judge even did everything he could to try to get them back.
Yeah.
So it's very sad. It's very unfortunate, but there was also nothing that I could do about it. So
Yeah.
very disappointed for them. And I mean, the only thing I'd say is they can take home that they knew that they ran a fast race. They ran the
Yeah.
fastest race that day.
Yeah.
All right, so that was teams for mile.
Right.
So the strong.
The strong. We have the women's race first. Brooklyn Nichols took her third title of the weekend. Raquel Ferris was a very, very, their time is listed as the same.
Yeah, they were both in
Um,
a second.
yeah. In second, and then Katie Duke slid into third after a penalty from Caitlin. Was it Caitlin Stoner?
Yes.
Yeah. Who did cross, who again, yeah, the announcer didn't know her name.
No, she's new on the scene,
Yeah.
but she's very, very fit, very, very strong. And
Mhm.
should we deal with this later, or do you want to let's finish the awards and we'll go back to this. We'll circle back to this one after.
Okay. Yeah. The strong tens have a bit of controversy anyways, because everyone's just moving so fast.
So it's such a narrow margin for error.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on the men's side, Kevin Gregory in Kevin Gregory fashion smashed the last four stations.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it was like a repeat of when he raced Ryland. I think Kevin was in seventh going onto the ski erg,
Yeah,
and
sixth or seventh, yeah.
yeah, and he looks like he's chilling. And even I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't get it this year. Maybe he doesn't get it this year. And Grayson Kilgore, who went into the ski erg almost last, came out first, which was wild. And then
Yes,
yeah, and
not
then
usual you see such a big move on the skier.
no, yeah. And I think Grayson just knew that's where he needed to try. And yeah, Kevin probably got on the bike in fifth or sixth. And then just, I mean, we know he blows at the bike, but at this point, other guys do too.
Mhm.
So you just don't necessarily know if it's going to be enough. So I was like, oh man, did he not push enough early? Is it? And then he came off the bike so fast. I don't know what his split was, but
Oh,
oh man.
it's going to be sub 15.
Yeah, just out of this world again. And yeah, and then does not slow down.
No.
And I we know he practices this bike deadbolt so that it doesn't he can keep pushing. Yeah, and just blew it out of the water. It's just such a spectacle to see those last four stations from him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, he does that tank so fast, it doesn't get time to hit him.
Yeah, maybe
You
that's
know,
it.
like it does it, and then he hammers those dead balls, and then just he's such a monster of a man, like so much mass, he can just move that tank so well, and then
Yeah.
he's
And he
just
burpees well for a big
for
guy
a guy
too.
his size, he does fast burpees. So I mean,
Yeah, because then I was like, maybe Grayson will catch him on the burpees. And then he started the burpees. And I'm like, nope, he's
nope,
not.
nope.
He's not.
And Grayson's burpee, he no slouch there. He's no slouch on any of those things, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just this is, you know, this is Kevin's A race. This is his thing. Grayson
Yeah.
dominant through the entire weekend.
Yeah.
This is Kevin's deal. This is what he does. And I know that was last year. He ended up not winning on a bit of a surprise. This year, he actually came in not ranked first.
Yeah, he came in ranked fourth.
Yeah, and just, but I think he still knew I think he's like, I don't have to come ranked first. I just need to race that day.
Yeah, for sure.
And he did it. It was great.
And then we had Cole Walkington in third.
If they took that bike out, Cole Walkington would win a lot more.
Yeah. It would be a lot of things for some of the little people.
That's right. Yeah, he's just such an athlete, man, and such a
Yeah.
class. The Walkington family was great this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I I can't tell you how supportive they are.
Yeah, they're
Um,
awesome.
all right, so let's go for strong teams. Co-ed in first place. Amber Tate and Kevin Gregory. This is their third world championships together, or third world championship together.
I think so.
I think so. I mean, they won in Dallas. They won in Ocala. Yeah, I think this is three in a row. Second place, Chelsea Grant and Zach Tate. So the Tates for one and two.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not sure how their relationship deals with that, but whatever.
Mhm.
They do awesome. They had a great weekend. Zach, by the way, Zach got a bit of an injury later on, and I hope he's doing better.
Mhm.
Nothing severe, just an Achilles kind of strain thing. But
Yeah.
and then third place, Carmen Stankovic and Michael Horwath, who again, that was their second podium of the weekend. That
Yeah.
second that we've named here anyway. Um,
Mhm.
Female elite, Carmen Stankovic, Caitlin Stoner coming in first.
That's a good team right there.
That is a good team. Yeah, I mean, and then in second, Caitlin Ciudadano and Olivia Zamora. And in third, Chelsea and Amber. Olivia actually broke her hand, I think.
I heard that she got it crushed between like on the farmer's carry turning around.
Yeah,
Uh,
she collided with the other athlete beside her. And
oh, that would
Let me
hurt.
read this one, and we'll go right back to that. Male elite, AJ Golick and Kevin Gregory. This is at least number two for them, maybe number three.
Mhm.
In second place, Cole Walkington and Tony Wibker. And in third place, some more Canadian content, Connor Bell and Jamie Goodwin, who this is, I think it's at least their second or third podium together at Worlds in the
Mhm.
Strong. Those guys have been a staple as a team.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think there were two injuries this weekend on the farmer carry, and the reality is, the course was not wide enough.
Oh,
It was, I don't know, I'm gonna be straight. I don't know why it was not wider. It just wasn't wide enough. And hopefully these people recover and are fine and heal up really well. And hopefully this is never an issue again because it definitely could have been wider and should have been.
hmm.
Um, I don't really know. Like I said, I don't have the reasoning behind it. That's not an area that I deal with. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people think there's a lot of areas I deal with that I don't, but that's not my world. But
Don't you do everything, Dave? Come on.
yeah. Sometimes it feels like it. But yeah, so that's not mine. By the way, yeah, I'm wearing a house coat. I'm this is my off season. Leave me alone. I'm in a cottage. I got a house coat on. I got powered by pizza behind me. By the way, Lonnie, Aaron, thank you very much. That's awesome. They were amazing. Helped out all over the place. Took Rye back to the hotel when she hurt her back. Lonnie subbed in for Rye because she couldn't race. Um,
Uh,
Fantastic people, salt of the earth. Couldn't ask for better friends. So, except for you, Beth. You're better.
thank you. Thank-
Anyway, so yeah, so that's the result. Yeah, that was I was very unfortunate. I was nobody likes seeing that.
No,
And we're hoping everybody a good recovery. So back to what was it we were going to go back to? Oh no, that was the back to with the thing.
the
Um,
injury, yeah.
all right,
But
where
then
did
then
that's
the strong, the controversies.
oh yeah, you go the strong. Which part you want to start
Oh, well, you want like with the women's race, I
with?
think,
Okay,
yeah.
start with the easy part of the women's race. And I've never seen this before, and I don't think we'll ever see it again. All three top women got a 30-second penalty for throwing the ram.
Yes.
I've never seen that. But
Yeah. I so what did you constitute throwing the ram though in this case?
and that's the thing. So and I know the camera angle I had when I was reviewing it was actually from the front and was much better and much more
Uh-huh.
condemning than I did watch the live that part of the live stream. It doesn't look as bad from behind.
Yeah, because I
And
was like, no. I mean, they put it down and it kind of bounced.
it's
Like,
from the front, it looks much more condemning.
uh,
And
yeah,
now for as luck would have it, for both Brooklyn and Raquel, it was a moot point.
yeah.
Didn't make it. Unfortunately, for Caitlin, it was a very big difference. And I did again, her ram was not caught on the live stream, but we did have two different angles on it. Um, she was obviously very upset, understandably. She had put in a great race.
Did she feel like she had thrown the ram?
Not until we saw the second camera video, until she saw the
Mhm.
second angle, and then it was like, yeah, okay. Um, it was, I'm just gonna say it was definitive.
Yeah,
And I think personally, what needs to happen is that I mean, the rule is the rule. I don't mind the rule at all. I do think that it needs to be made more specific, perhaps to a point. And I mean, hey, I'm all ears if anyone's got exact wording, but I'm thinking stuff along the lines of, and by the way, when I say I'm thinking, I don't have the power to just uniformly change rules. I can just make suggestions.
yeah,
Um, I'm thinking something along the lines of two hands on the ram all the way to the ground. I'm thinking something along the lines of the ram has to come to a complete stop. Um, like different
the
things.
thing
But that's, I
I
mean, like
don't
things are
think
running through my head. So,
yeah, I was thinking about this a little bit too because you're trying to move so fast
mhm.
and you don't want to have to like put the ram down and then like stand at it and stare until it's not moving and then run. Or
But,
like,
and
trying to stand it up perfectly in a
no, I
box.
don't want that. I don't want that either.
I think that would make the race look so silly.
What
Like
about, but what about two hands on it all the way to the ground?
that would work because then you grab it, you
You
slam
could
it down.
slam that side, because
Yeah,
that's actually
but
what I do.
yeah, but I think if there's a bit of movement after, that's okay as long as it doesn't impede another racer.
Mhm.
You don't want to slam it down and then it bounces in towards and hits this person. Like not like that, but I think that rule staying it that way could probably prevent some of the um
Controversy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I like two hands on it all the way to the ground, and that also can kind of transitions well to the dumbbells as well.
yeah. It's almost like that's finishing your rep. It te
Well,
puts
it
back.
technically on the last one it is, right? You
Yeah,
if you don't set it down properly, you don't get an orb, and you can rather than um get a 30-second penalty, you can redo the rep, right? So
right.
I mean, anyway, I think there definitely, and there's other rules, obviously, needs to be clarification, but that one's definitely the one. Um, so then the other big controversy in this particular part um, was the tank,
Mhm,
which again, I say it's a big controversy, but it isn't.
mhm.
And I've gone through a lot more, and I said this more than I should. And as Bethany said to me earlier, she's like, you don't like pretty much, you don't need to do all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did.
Way more work than you need to do to prove. Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah.
Some people will say it's because of my ego and I wanted to prove I was right. That was not my motivation. And I think I said that online that that's not why I did this. And it's not, in my mind, it's not why I did this. Subconsciously, you never know. But I'm a guy. I have an
The
ego.
ego can run pretty deep.
Exactly. So maybe subconsciously, but either way, I did it for other reasons too. One, and I've said this before, I felt that Brooklyn's win was clean and that she did not deserve people saying there should be an asterisk. I also felt that her judge, not only on that race, but all weekend, was possibly the best judge out there. His name was is Jorge, and he was absolutely amazing. Jorge, if you hear this, can't thank you enough. I mean, and I've sent him a message, right? He was fantastic. He was accurate. He was fair. He was the same judge that was on the bike, the leaving the bike early.
Ah.
I mean, he was on it. So anyway, and I thought that people need to know because everybody's quick to slam these volunteers when they're make mistakes or maybe they're not the best judge. And in person they'll might when their judge is good, they'll thank them for sure. But publicly, we need to say when like that guy, nobody could have done it better. And so anyway, the controversy on Brooklyn's last pull on the tank because of the angle that was shown on the OCR report, and because they mentioned it, many people thought her tank did not cross the line. And this does run a little deeper. So we'll just start with that part. I went, got an engineer, did all the work, and mathematically showed that her tank did cross the line. I was going to show you a picture now, but screw it. We've done it. Who cares? It crossed the line. The part where I didn't have to do this is it didn't matter if it did or not. That was the judge's call on the floor. That would constitute the equivalent of calling a no rep or a proper rep, and I can't do anything about that. That's not reviewable. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. The other part of this is that many people through the weekend were being told they had to have the tires on both lines, not the edge of not the edge of the tank, which is wrong. It's wrong and it's confusing. And I can say from my perspective, none of the none of the judges that I trained were told that from me. If they were told by somebody else at Deka, that's Deka's mistake. If they were told that by a different, and wherever else they got that information from, it was wrong. The good side is it really doesn't, now it might have affected the first time they pulled and they didn't quite pull it far enough. And the judge would be like, no, no, get the wheels on. So that might have cost them there, whatever that second or whatever that took. And that can be important. But for the rest of the time, it's still going the same distance there, the same distance back. You're not at a disadvantage or anything. So it definitely was something that needed to be fixed. Hopefully it did not cause. I don't think it was near as big an issue as what you had said earlier, and just between possible variance from tank to tank, I think is much more of a concern than that.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, so there was that. It should be all cleared up. I mean, Brooklyn's win was legit,
Yeah.
you know, and like Raquel, she was there. It just came down like you said. Brooklyn just has this phenomenal rate on her burpees
Yeah.
that is so fast. She's just got such springs up and down so quick.
Hmm.
And it came down. It was just a great race,
Yeah.
which pissed me off that everybody wants to make it into something else. And no, it was just a great fucking race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was that close. Like,
Yeah, like it was the same last year with Brooklyn and Tara. Brooklyn that time Brooklyn came out just on the short side of it,
yeah.
right? It just was a great race. And I
Hmm.
hope that after, a couple of days, everybody could just remember this is what it was.
Hmm.
Um, So yeah, that was the big controversy, which hopefully is done. Oh, well, there's the other controversy that's still ongoing. So by the time this comes out, that's going to be done too, and I'll say something then because it's not done yet.
Yeah.
So
And I do want to say too, like if you're really upset still about judging situations, please just judge too. Because I mean, you can't, don't complain about things if you're not going to try to be on the productive end of it too. And I feel for some of these judges who are out there for, hours in a day, it is a lot. And you're making calls constantly. And you are trying to do your best. And I do think we have really like the judging has come a long way. And, sometimes you're on the side of leniency. And even as an athlete, sometimes you're close on things and sometimes your judge will call them one way or the other. So, you benefit from some calls and then sometimes you don't benefit from calls. But it's hard calling these races because everyone is just trying to move as fast as they can and push that line of what's acceptable. And people's anatomy is different. Some people have crazy long legs, so full hip extension looks different or takes longer, or people have crooked arms or whatever weird things they have going on. So it's not easy, and no, nothing is ever perfect. So yeah, it's a hard job to do. And some of these judges, they worked 3 days straight, 8-hour days, and it's exhausting. So, help out. Like we need more good help. And if you care about the sport and helping it grow on this side and fairness and equality, then you know, these judges would love the help.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like people say, well, DECA needs to pay more people to be judges. Maybe that's right. But that's not always the answer.
That wouldn't have changed this though.
No,
Like
no,
you
that
said, he
that
was a
particular thing,
great
no.
judge.
In that particular scenario, both
Yeah.
judges, both Raquel's judge and Brooklyn's judge were spot on through the entire
Yeah.
race. They were fantastic.
Hmm.
Um, but like I say, I mean, if you think that just throwing money at it will fix it, watch Major League Baseball and tell
Hmm.
me how many times this random strike zone that there, and that's what we're dealing with, right? When you're dealing with a
Yeah.
burpee and we're dealing like with a strike zone because it's imaginary lines,
Yeah.
right? So everybody's a little bit different. You're going to get a little variance. You have to adjust to the judge you got. That's what you got. That's what baseball players have to do in the major leagues.
Yeah.
This umpire's got a smaller strike zone. This umpire's strike zone is slightly inside. This one's slightly outside. This one's higher. This one's lower. You're going to
Yeah.
have to adjust. And even if we have officials that are paid $1,000 a day, guess what? You're still going to have to adjust. Might not be as
Yeah.
much, might be a little more consistent, but you're still going to have to adjust. You go to High Rocks and you got wall ball judges, even for the Elite 15, there's always a variance, and you're going to
Yeah.
have to adjust to that. So your best move is to just be as perfect as you can, and then you remove the judge from the equation,
Yeah.
right? So there's that. Same with the
Yeah.
NFL. I mean, I could call a holding play, a holding call on every NFL play. I could call traveling on every call in basketball. Mind you, I don't know now. They changed the rule in basketball and it makes me sick. I can't even watch it. But
When we every hockey game that
oh,
what they're like, okay, these refs are calling this, these refs are not like, and then okay, this you have to play a little bit more like this because they're gonna call this every time, or it's just part of it. It's
yeah.
part of sport.
Now, don't mistake me. I'm not saying it doesn't need to be better. It does. And it's a constant work in progress. And I mean, that's where I'm right on the field for there. It's constant. We're constantly working on it. And I've heard people say this one, I've different opinions. I have some people say the officiating was better at this one than last year. Some people say it was worse. I honestly just believe it's where you were at in the thing, which means
That would be totally personal in what
exactly.
they
That seems to be a
yeah.
lot of personal experience. So neither one of those statements is right or wrong. So it is what it is. All I know is that we can just try our best to keep going with consistency, keep looking for volunteers. And again, where people say pay more people, again, go to any other event and it is full of volunteer officials, full of
Yeah.
volunteer stuff everywhere. There's no CrossFit doesn't pay their judges. It's full of volunteers.
Yeah.
High Rocks, yes, do they pay some of their judges? Yes, but only the head judges. Most of the judges out there are volunteers.
Hmm.
And by the way, when these people pay their judges, most times it's not even enough to cover their accommodations. So
Hmm.
anyway, it's progress.
Yeah, I think so. I still think, we're trying to make it better and people do really care. And I think the judges do really care. So,
Yeah.
yeah, never going to
Well,
be perfect.
I saw this. We had a young lad judge, and I think he was in the 10 to 13-year-old division. He was just in it, just bang on.
Mhm.
He had a woman try to leave lunges early, and she got all the way to the rower on strong, and he called her back. And then she went to leave sit-ups early, and she got all the way up, and he called her back. And he was just on it. He was fantastic.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe he should be your protege.
I hope so. I don't even know the kid's name. I barely got to see it, but he's on it. Um,
Um, I what tell me about these dead balls. They looked awful.
yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, yeah. So here's the deal.
Oh,
Here's the whole timeline of the dead balls. Um, Before we had regular dead balls, right? Like in the beginning, where like you have in your gym, we have at Farm Girl. Regular, everybody has them dead balls. They started to just like become rock hard and
they
misshapen.
do. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
So
lose
what?
the air in them.
Yeah, yeah. So what they did was they went to these sandbags,
Mhm.
thinking, okay, they're going to be better for that, and they just leaked all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
They kept, they would hit the yoke and kind of cut open and leak all over, so that was no good. So then they had
Which
this
we
company.
know they do from
Yeah,
Spartan
yes, I
races.
know. Well, these ones, I guess, were a different company that guaranteed they're going to be fine. They weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't. So then this company, and you forgive me, I don't know the name of the company. Okay, they're called D-Balls. That's the company. Pretty much said ours are indestructible. They're perfect, they're flawless, they're indestructible. And you know what? So far, that statement has proven to be true. However, they're massive
They looked so big.
and they
And the
bounce.
fact that they were vibrant yellow made them
Yes.
even look
They're
more big.
massive and they bounce and they roll, and they're not so much a dead ball as they're just a heavy ball.
Yeah.
So it completely changes the way you have to do the dead ball movement, right?
Mhm.
Even if you're still doing the nice Deka two-step, it just changes your placement. And like if you're a person that throws it, there's so much more ball to get over your shoulder, so you're getting no rep more because it doesn't come as high. It changes. And
I saw a lot of people even start grabbing it and spinning around
I do
because
that in my races. I'm like, I
they
just
like
can't.
couldn't find it when they went to
Yeah,
step back.
yeah.
So then they were like,
I watch my video and I'm like, I don't even throw it. I'm a roll. I roll it over, right? And I
yeah.
turn and it's like four because it lands and then it just travels more.
Yeah.
And so like when I do it on the yoke, because I've worked with it all year, I don't put it, I slam dunk it so that it goes straight down.
Yeah.
It's anyway, yes, they're not well liked
Hmm.
for this
Yeah.
particular application, and you could put me in the category of not liking them.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
can,
Heard a couple.
I will remind you again, this is not my department. So other than me registering my opinion, I'm the same as everybody else on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. But to the company's credit, they delivered exactly what they promised. So if you
Okay.
are looking for a good product, this is a good product.
Mhm.
Exactly what they promise. In a gym, it's a good one. Like if you're going to have that in the gym and you're like, okay, let's do, you know, dead ball cleans and squats and ball slam, great, fantastic. It's good for that. So anyway, but for racing, they were tricky to deal with.
Yeah.
All right. What
Have you
else?
calculated who won?
Who won what? No,
Ourselves.
but I am sure it's not me. Um, I know Yancey's wild card paid off really good.
Yeah.
I think he won all three.
Oh, good for
But your
him.
wild card was fantastic. No, sorry, your wild card did good. She did really good.
She got some podiums.
A 1, 2, and a 3. She
Mhm.
she ran the gauntlet. So the worst wild card was me.
Yeah, I know. When you didn't run the fit, I was like, just
I I
just
I I
because of the snake draft.
I kind of knew that going in that I was very much on the fence, leaning towards not doing it going in.
Yeah.
So I knew that when I picked myself. The part that kind of ticks me off was my backup pick that I was going to pick. Oh, she did great.
Yeah.
I was going to take Jill Sargent.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
had 2 wins and I think a second.
Hmm.
So that would have been a damn good one. So yeah, I have not calculated yet. To be honest, the notepad that I have with it is not here at the cottage with me. That's why I haven't done it. So
Oh,
it'll
I have them right here. Don't
Oh,
worry.
do
I'll
you? Well,
send
let's
you a
do
picture.
it. What did you calculate? Why didn't you do it?
No, I didn't calculate it. I actually
Lazy.
don't understand how you calculate it.
So for the elites, they get 30 points for first, and then obviously go down 29, 28, 27, 29.
Okay.
And then for the wild cards, it's 15 down.
Okay.
Because the elites they had 30 in their division, or theoretically we're supposed to have 30 in their divisions, and the wild cards were all age groupers, and they were only going to have 15.
Uh,
So yeah, so you can either send me the list and I'll do the math later and I'll make a post or
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm certain it was not me. Like, because I mean, look at you. I think it's you.
I think
You had
it's
a,
me.
you had a good wild card, but you
I had
had like,
Brooklyn and Cole walking
yeah, I
there.
know you had a power couple. I couldn't remember if you had Katie and
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
And I had Isaac.
You had
And
Isaac
I had
and
Raquel.
oh yeah, Raquel. There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah. I had Nada Fedorova, which I don't
She
know.
actually she got at least a oh no, I think her podium
Yeah.
was in team. Her podium was in team, sorry.
Yeah, in teens. Yeah, and then my wild card was Susan
Which
Snitton.
was great. A 1-2-3 from Susan. What a great weekend she had. She was so surprised at her strong. She's like, I couldn't believe it. She's like, I was just doing this because I got in, so I wanted to race
Yeah.
the others. And she did amazing. She had a great
That's
weekend.
awesome.
Her
Mhm.
her husband raced as well in age group, and he set a PR. He set a PR on that strong course. That you don't do that.
Yeah, which yeah, that's impressive because you have all that. You're running a strong plus 100 meters.
Yeah, yeah. So good for him. That was great. They had a hell of a weekend, and they both did some judging too, which was really nice.
Good.
Um, so yeah. So you ready to talk about me?
Okay, let's talk. All
Bethany,
right, Dave.
Bethany, I am a world champion in an age group of a niche division of a niche sport. And as goofy as that sounds, I'm very proud. But yeah, yeah, it was great. It was great. Everything worked out almost according to plan. I was hoping I could get the mile two, but knowing that it was my weaker of the two, or no, I don't know if it's knowing that it was the weaker of two, but knowing I had this greater looming threat than the other one.
Mhm.
I know that even doesn't sound right because there was threats in the strong two, but the mile, there was a guy who I just knew, and he did win, who just I just don't got the legs to run with him. And
Yeah.
he's one of the main reasons I didn't do the fit. Well, and tried to save myself for the other two because I knew like when I looked at the numbers from the fit, I might have got third if I had a
Mhm.
good race, but I also could have had six.
Yeah.
I would put me in that window from 6 to 3 on that race. So anyway, so yeah, the plan. I had a lot of plans. I was planning, strategy, and thought.
Mhm.
We went out and lunges. I came with the lunges first, which I expected. Got on the rower tied because he made it up on the run. Watched him row and thought he's rowing too fast for him. Like I thought, okay, he's kind of running scared, right? Because he knew my qual time was actually faster than his, but you never know in mile what people courses are like.
Yeah.
So um, I actually slowed down and just thought, save it, save it, save it, back half him, right? Um, Going like that, fine. Got on the box, fell.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Jeff would be so proud of my fall because total like all the years of judo paid off in my box fall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Did
like
you like
I
like
didn't do the full break fall. It was the tuck the chin, kind of
oh yeah.
tuck the chin, spread out a bit, and I let the ruck take the impact.
Uh-huh.
And luckily, the ruck is very padded on the inside, so I was like no pain whatsoever from it.
Mhm.
Landed, and I thought I was on the floor for like 5 seconds doing like a self-diagnostic of like, am I hurt? Am I not hurt? Am I okay? Can I get back up? What do I do? And then I watched the video and it's literally fall up.
Isn't it crazy the way
Yeah.
everything like
It's
slows down in races
super
sometimes?
slow motion. Yeah. Like it's like the fall took me 20 seconds to go from the top of the box to the ground.
Yeah.
I think made some eggs on the way down. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, when I get there. Anyway, it did slow me down on the box after because I was much more cautious. So
Yeah.
lost a little ground there. Got to the skier, same thing as before. I'm like, yep, it's going too fast for him. He's gonna wear down. Um, got the farmer's carry and probably made a little ground there. Got on the bike, made a substantial ground there. But when he was supposed to fade, he didn't get the memo. Apparently, nobody informed him he was supposed to fade, and he ended up peeing R by like a minute.
Oh wow, good
So
for him.
had like I ran the race to beat the time he set. The race I
Yeah.
ran would have beat his qual time,
Yeah.
but he decided not to participate.
He peaked.
He just outraced me. He beat me.
Mm.
Like I've told people, I had a strategy and he had I'm running as fast as I fucking can.
Sometimes
And,
you just gotta go
and
for it.
and that was the better move.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I maybe outthought myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was really happy to get second and to
Mhm.
lose to him, no shame whatsoever. I mean, I full marks for that guy. He just Nick Wally just beat me. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Deserved it more. Um and then the strong going in, which was pretty much has been my A race for the year.
Hmm.
And my biggest concern going in was Mikey Music. Um Great athlete, great age group athlete, super fit. We're talking he does everything from the strong to the ultra. Real threat.
Hmm.
Our times were 30 seconds apart in the qual, and I was, confident, but knew he would be tough. He ended up dropping out before the race.
Oh no.
He had just raced so much. He literally finished his age group 20 minutes before the ruck.
Oh.
And he's just like, he's like, I just don't have anything.
Hmm.
Again, great guy, really like him. And his son Mikey as well, great people. So then I knew the next guy to me, I had a much better time, but same thing. So I just planned for him to be Mikey. He was sitting beside me, and I went, okay, the plan for this one's been the same all the time. Get a lead early and just manage the gap. And that's
Hmm.
that's what I did. So I had the lead out of the lunges, extended it on the rower, and then just managed the gap the rest of the way. And I was nowhere near my qual time because I didn't run the race to do that. I ran the race. I, Once I get to a certain point, I'm like, the only way you can screw this up is if you bonk, is you crash and burn.
Hmm.
So literally go slower and save it in case you have to surge.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And it paid off. I went. I was very excited. It's not that it was easy,
Hmm.
still had to work. I just went much more conservative than I needed to.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I did get a lot of people joking on me about my row. It was like, were you trying? Like,
Did you do the full row like nasal breathing?
oh, I was looking around and just do it. I did first 100 meters quick, and that was the plan. Do it for a lot of the stations for the machines. Do the first like fifth quick, and then settle into this really relaxed pace and analyze. So I did the first 100 meters at like a 135 to 140 pace,
Hmm.
and then just shut her down to I went from like 41 strokes per minute to 19, 20,
Oh geez.
and
Hmm.
just I'll send you a video. I don't even want to post it because it looks arrogant and smug as fuck. So but and it wasn't that. It was just this was my strategy, and I was just being very calm.
Yeah.
So, and I did the same on the ski. And the bike, same thing. Hit the bike hard at the start and then just coast. I think I had like a 127 on the bike or something like that, somewhere in that
Yeah.
realm. But just yeah. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so that was it. But I was happy. I am still, and it's the same thing happened last year when I podiumed with Juan. I totally felt like I didn't get to enjoy it, right? Like with Juan. And then this year I'm like, I promised myself if I get another podium, I'm gonna embrace it a bit more. Cross the finish line. Got like a couple minutes to embrace it. And then Yancey comes up and he's like, Women's Elite is about to start. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You got to go. This is going to be great. You're all sweaty. You're all good. You go good speech at the start. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And so, and I go back and then I think after I'm like, I want to be back with all the guys I just raced, sitting on the floor, doing that thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that. I did and I mean, Yancey didn't do that on purpose, right? That was just, and
No, no.
yeah, that's a cool idea too, right? That's fun. Um, I could have just said, "Nah, man, this is where I am for right now." Uh,
Yeah.
but I didn't, and then I did take the time to enjoy the podium though, so
Mhm.
so that was good. I did get that, and yeah, it was good. It was a good win. I was
But
excited.
you did get to race, like, because you had said too, depending on the
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah. Well, and when I said I was on the fence with the fit, I wasn't sure, and just through that day, I'm a little excited. I'm feeling good, and the ruck races aren't as late as the team races that I've done in the past.
Hmm.
My legs still felt pretty good by around noon, right? Like I'm only four
Hmm.
hours on my feet, not eight.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of a thought to it, but it just came so fast that by the time it was time to go, I didn't even have time to consider it anymore. Like it was just too quick.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
And you know what? Maybe it paid off. On in the mile when I even though I came second, I did go into the burpees in third and with fourth fairly close behind me, and so I did make quite a push there. So
Mhm.
maybe if I didn't take the fit off, I might have dropped to third or something like that, right? So
Yeah, never know.
no, no. Anyway, I was very happy the weekend
Mhm.
for my age group niche championship.
Ultra niche, small age group.
The the AGNN championship.
And
Yeah,
no, yeah,
niche.
niche. Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you have any sales and fails for this week?
Um,
If you want, I already talked nice about Lonnie. Well, Lanny has that a sale.
yeah, I mean, she was inducted into our Club Hall of Fame last night. So after my grandma's funeral, I stayed in the same outfit and then I went to yeah,
Bethany
Lanny.
ever efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. I wear black everywhere anyways. Yeah,
It's
so I got to see Lanny, one of my, childhood besties, an Olympian or Canadian Olympian get inducted to a Hall of Fame. So that was pretty cool. Um, yeah.
um yeah, and then you know what? Yeah, obviously there was an obvious fail in that statement too, so I think we can leave that as it is.
Oh, like what happened after?
No, your grandmother's funeral.
Oh, yes, and my
That's a
grandmother's
bad
funeral.
thing.
So
That's a bad thing.
yes, it was, yeah.
Did you
So
have
it's
something after that you want to talk about?
oh no, just my car breaking down.
Oh, okay. We'll go for,
Just
yeah, go for that. Go for that.
top the day off. I
But
I
you
got a new
you
car.
you forgot to mention your new car.
Yes, my new car to prevent these situations, especially in the winter and driving everywhere for hockey games. It's super late after this event, and I've had a very long day. And yeah, my car wouldn't start, so the battery had been drained. So I had to sit in the freezing cold car. If you're Canadian, just have blankets in your car. It just, I was in not winter clothes, and yeah, just I'd wrapped up in blankets and waited for CAA to come and boost my car. So. I had a long day and a day of ups and downs and yeah.
I have for mine. The fail I had for mine was deck related was actually the width of the strong course, which as we already addressed that needs to be done. I'm sure I could
Yeah.
come up with another one, but we'll leave that. My sale thing, and this was good. So this is actually a mistake that showed great sportsmanship. So in the kids division teams, there was a podium, and this brother sister team got first place, and that was fine. But then afterwards, they discovered the team that actually there was a mistake during the podium computer issue tech glitch. The team that actually won that wave, that youth division, somehow the computer bumped them up into the under 59 division for teams.
Oh.
Well, they weren't listed there. So when when Jeff Barton did the thing, I mean, he read exactly what he was supposed to read, but it wasn't there. So they quickly discovered it, obviously, because dude whose kids won, their dad was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Rightly so, rightly so. But they quickly straightened it out, got it all figured out. So then Jeff Barton says, hey, bit of a glitch, technical error. Your winners for that division brought up the proper kids. They got their podium moment. Everything's fine, right? So go over and talk to the kids who were originally given first and really deserve second.
Mhm.
And it was like they were like, we wondered what happened
Mhm. Were
because
they
they
not in the race together?
yeah, they were, and that's why they were very confused.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, we didn't know like were they a different division? Was something like they didn't know. They were fairly new to the whole world. So they were legitimately confused. And the parents were like, yeah, no problem whatsoever. Class act, great people. And the dad said, do they need to give back these first place ones and get second ones? And Yancey was there at the moment. He goes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep them. And the kids spoke up and said, no, we didn't win. We want the second place ones. I
Hmm.
thought, those are good kids. Those are
Hmm.
kids who are more concerned about, doing right things and good sportsmanship than they are about being able to podium or brag to their friends. So
Yeah.
that was a good one for me. I was like, I told them, I'm like, you guys are great. And I told the parents, like, obviously you're doing a good job.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
got them going right. So that was great. That was a real highlight for me. So,
That's good.
I mean, there was the winning thing. That was good too, but this was better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, that's all I got for now, Beth. What about you? You done? We good? Time to go home?
Yeah, me too. It is a snow day and I can hear my kitchen being torn apart right now by my kids, so I probably should go too.
All right.
Um,
Have your
yeah,
fun.
thanks so much everyone for listening. Congrats to everyone who competed this weekend. Always ups and downs with championships. That's the joy of sport. So congrats to everyone and yeah, thanks so much for listening.
Take care, and to everybody that talked to me, saw whatever. There was, I don't know how many people, but thank you all for all the support and being out there, and all the guys that competed against. You're freaking awesome. You guys are great. Take care.